I know I'm late to this. I was trying like hell not to do back-to-back Bethesda videos again. That's why. But there are a few things going on. As everybody already knows, the Lunchbox is appearing in Fallout 76 ESM files. The Reddit post said that there was no current need to panic, but might be worth keeping an eye on. And if there's anything Bethesda's taught me, you need to keep an eye on them. You need to watch them like a hawk. Remember, Pete Hines. That's all I need to say. Mr. I'm not the lore guy. Mr. These aren't paid mods. They're mini DLCs. But they're not DLC, so you can't get them for free with your Seasons Pass. The Reddit user Despotok has created a list of changes that came to the latest patches reading the ESM files. Lunchbox avatar changed from post-ATX Lunchbox 2. Is the first noticeable change we noticed loot boxes were in the game through the data mining. But now they absolutely have the ATX tag attached, ATX being Bethesda Atom Shop profile, meaning these are highly likely to be sold for atoms.
No! Damn it!
Lunchboxes. I hate them. I hate them with a passion. And you know what's funny? I bet the lunchboxes are going to be the same ones used in Fallout 4. You know the one where you like wander around the fucking wasteland and you open it and some confetti shoots out and there's like a stim pack and you're just like, is this not the gayest shit that has happened to me in the last 45 minutes? And then a legendary raider comes out and you get into a fight with this sucker for like an hour straight. Meanwhile, you hit him in the face with a rocket, but it just doesn't seem to stop him. Now that is immersive. A human being capable of taking an RPG to the face. What do lunchboxes do? You can't know for certain, however, these are findable. Post-ATX Lunchbox Exploration, Confetti Balloon, Kazoo. Oh my god, that is it! The Confetti Balloon and Kazoo. That is the Lunchbox from Fallout 4 that I fucking despised. I hated those things. My god, they couldn't even come up with new lunchboxes to sell you bullshit. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I wish I worked at Bethesda. It'd probably be one of the easiest jobs ever. We need some ideas. Let's just go to the Nexus and take some ideas from there. And I'd also talk like Mr. Herbert, because why not? These sexy modders coming up with some new ideas for me to steal? Yes, sir. These aren't paid mods. These are mini DLCs. So anyway, obviously third person opening of the Lunchbox event animation file removed. Animation event changed from DYN activation to DYN activation loop call weapons. Third person opening loot box female and male added. So I guess they at least gave an animation to where you open a loot box rather than you go into it in the first person, touching it, and it just shoots open and annoyingly makes sounds. The lunchbox can be opened and visible for all to see, so everyone knows you're opening one. The lunchboxes also have a radius post ATX lunchbox buff radius global. What the fuck does that mean? Wait, radius global. So I guess it's kind of like, oh, they already say it right here, which is hitting on my Call of Duty PTSD where loot boxes were visible to everyone to see. So if you recall correctly, you probably already thought of it. You've probably seen videos on this. I'm sure everyone else has touched on it. The World War II Call of Duty that came out right before the Black Ops 4 online Battle Royale version had that mode where like you'd open, what was it, supply drops or some shit, and then like the cards would shoot up and everybody in the lobby could see what you got as it flipped over. It's a tactic that they thought would coax people into buying loot boxes. So you'd see someone else open a loot box and get something cool, and it was supposed to trigger you because you're a sheep and they think you don't have cognizant thought. And they figured, once these assholes see these loot boxes open, they're gonna go buy 100. Who knows, maybe it worked. It probably didn't because they got rid of it. It wasn't in the next Battlefield. Shit, what the fuck? I'm so sick of these game companies, all the same shit over and over again, and I still get them confused because they're so goddamn homogenous. Pieces of shit. Call of Duty, Battlefields, damn near the same fucking thing. It probably didn't work because loot boxes like that weren't in Black Ops 4, but then again, I didn't buy the game, I only played the beta, so if anybody knows, feel free to tell me. Are we taking pages out of Activision's book, Bethesda? And the answer is yes. EA as well. I recall someone telling me that they saw something where Todd Howard said he liked EA's business model. I should have told the guy, like, get me a fucking link. I want proof of that. I want either video or it in text. I want to see it. But fuck, with the way Fallout 76 came out, maybe he wasn't bullshitting. This seems to be carrying capacity boosts, damage boosts. Then what's the whole point of the stupid card system they added? Further on, it says we're also seeing a list of additional effects, including damage carry bonus. Files point towards perk cards being removed with ATX attachments. So were perk card packs actually supposed to be sold via the Atom Store? Are they just hiding the fact that they are going to put them back somewhere around Christmas? I think this confirms why perk packs felt so loot boxy. It literally wasn't a unique mechanism, just one designed to get bought and gambled. Frankly, looking at all of this doesn't surprise me, and I wouldn't put it past Bethesda. Also remember, when they were talking about Fallout 76 and all this perk card crap and stuff was being talked about, and Pete Hines immediately jumped in front of it and said, nothing will be pay to win. There's no loot box mechanic. Just remember that during that time, EA was eating shit over loot boxes. The entire industry was in an uproar. Essentially, the gaming community was fighting back. And, you know, the AAA developers were shitting bricks trying to figure out how they could coax their little sheeple into buying more BS. So everyone was walking on eggshells. It wouldn't surprise me if Bethesda last minute sort of yanked things and changed it around to be less intrusive. And figured, wait it out, give it some time, and then when gamers aren't as upset with EA and whatever, we can slowly slide these things in. It's clear that Fallout 76 was a half-baked cash grab, any way you slice it. I mean, it's obvious. The reviews for the game are obvious. The people whose information was leaked during that data breach created by Bethesda themselves. I saw a ton of people demanding refunds off of what little I got to see. This isn't a joke. They half-baked this game, and the only way to make it profitable is to try and milk the people who are willing to play this shit. That's the only option left, and I wouldn't put it past Bethesda. You've seen Fallout 76. This is like the wake-up call for everybody who loves Bethesda that still has some brain cells to rub together, where it's kind of like, oh wait, they've always been this kind of trashy. I just never really realized because I was too busy riding off of hype trains. I don't care how big their influencers are, you can't shill this shit. Also, to end this video is something quick and easy, hopefully. From Game Watchers, Bethesda circumvents data protection to push ZENIMAX ads. The article states, as you surely know now, modern Bethesda games such as Fallout 76 and potentially Rage 2 do not use Steam. And I think it's been confirmed that Rage 2 is not going to be on Steam. Once again, this is a bad move. That was a game I was slightly interested in from Bethesda, mainly because they didn't make it. They're just publishing it. But needless to say, why would you do something like that? Everybody's already had a nasty experience of Fallout 76 and having trouble getting refunds, and now we're just gonna go right back down this road again. I don't know who the fuck's running things, but they ain't thinking. And this means creations of new user accounts for buyers. Turns out Bethesda has been pushing ads for other ZeniMax products in a particularly underhanded way. Oh no, Bethesda doing something underhanded? I've only been saying it for years. According to a Reddit user whose post was taken down oddly, it turns out if you create a new Bethesda.net account, let's say you, for some reason, fell down the stairs, developed amnesia, and wanted to buy Fallout 76, or if you were so hell-bent on playing Rage 2 that you were willing to live with Bethesda jerking you off for a bit, because right now Rage 2 isn't going to be on Steam, supposedly at launch. It means it might come to Steam later on down the road after Bethesda gets those beginning sales, and then those sales start to wane and nobody really cares that much. Then they'll throw it on Steam later to see if anybody picks it up on a Steam sale. You see what I'm saying? The Bethesda website, when you sign up, automatically opts you into seeing more ad-related crap from ZeniMax. From what I can see on Reddit and this article, this is something you're not supposed to be doing according to the GDPR. But let's face it, it's Bethesda. They've been doing shit they're not supposed to be doing for a while. Does anybody remember the canvas bag fiasco from like 2 weeks ago? Then losing everybody's information like a week after that. Also, there is no option to disable this until you finish creating your account. Then you have to go all the way into some menus, a lot of menus that you probably wouldn't immediately think about, pay attention to. And this is obviously designed for people who don't really pay attention to this sort of stuff. You know, the people who look at their iPhone thing and go, do you agree? And they're like, yes, I do. And they don't read anything. And one of the assholes who do is read shit. And I read it on my Samsung, and Samsung is still bothering me like, if you want to get Bixby working, please click yes. And I'm like, no, fuck off. Get out of my face, Bixby. And then the phone's like, no, you can't use Bixby. And I'm like, I don't care. Bixby sucks. Well, anyway, in accordance with the GDPR, which is only valid in areas of the European Union, such as aggressive advertising techniques ought to be opt-in, with them disabled by default. For a concrete example of companies acting according to the GDPR, look no further than Steam. That's a nice burn on this article's fucking count. And finally, I guess I'll leave with this quote from a Reddit user. This is giving consent for them to send off your information to third parties who they don't even name, and saying it will have an impact on your experience on other websites. This means you have no guarantee to how your data is being handled. Also, if they give it to other companies and sites, isn't that like selling your data? Don't companies do that? Like, that's why Facebook is like freaking out because they're losing people. Your data is very, very lucrative. Even your internet ISPs, from AT&T to Verizon, so on and so forth. Where you go, what you visit, what you look at, that data can be sold. AT&T used to have to give people money. Like, they'd have to pay you like $10, which is like nothing. It's a drop in a bucket for them. They're like giving you pittance for the level of money they make off of everything you do and selling it to companies. These are the things this asshole's interested in. Dragon dildos and peppermint schnapps. And then the companies are like, ooh, good. Send him ads for the best dragon dildos. Here's $5,000 or some crap like that. Anyway, on that note, I should get the hell out of here. Because unfortunately, I gotta admit, for some reason, I'm really fatigued. I think I might have exhaustion. Who the hell knows? But, you know, comment, subscribe, at least I choose to. If not, to hell with it. They can't actually want to give more of a shit than me in the age of apathy. Especially when I keep doing these damn Bethesda videos. But it's like the weirdest thing. It's like, I've been bitching about Bethesda for years, but I never imagined they'd turn into this. Every time you turn around, Bethesda is fucking up royally. And the only thing that can save them is if Skyrim and, what is that other stupid game that I don't even care about? Starfield or godlike. And you know they won't be, because it's being made by Bethesda. It's going to be godly bad. That'll be the nail in coffin. Like, those games will bomb, and Bethesda will probably only become a publisher of games. And they'll have to, like, let some other company make Fallout, and then they'll make a comeback at that point. But that's just speculation on my part.